There we go. We are live.
Yeah.
Let me switch over to gaming pixel mode. Um,
Unleash an unspeakable evil, but a
the
foolish
foolish
samurai
samurai
warrior
warrior,
wielding a
wielding a
magic
magic
sword
sword,
stepped
stepped
forth
forth
to
to
oppose.
oppose me.
Before the final
Before the final
blow was
blow was
struck,
struck,
I
I
tore open
tore
a
open a
portal
portal
in
in
time
time
and plunged
and
him into
plunged
the
him into the
future,
future,
where
where
my
my
evil
evil
is
is
lost.
lost.
Now
Now
the
the
fool
fool
seeks to
seeks to
return to
return
the
to the
past
past
and
and
undo the
undo the
future
future
that
that
is
is
a
a
coup.
coup. I know that was a terrible impression, but fuck it. I'm fun. Right. Let me fuck that. Ah. No, I want the stream thing. There we go. Right. So I can turn my TV on so I don't have to look at a small ass screen while playing.
Oh, yeah, understandable.
Fucking, where's all my shit? I should have turned my TV on earlier. I don't know why I had it off if I knew I was going to be streaming.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, shut the fuck up, Dave. Fucking, you know Dave Oshry?
from
Like, New Blood Studios? New Blood made games like Dusk, Medieval, Ultrakill, Gloomwood. No?
not off the top of my head.
Well, okay, well, here's the fucking thing. He tweeted, like, uh, 2 hours ago, none of you played the original Marathon games. Shut up, lol. And I
Fuck
have to
off.
say that if you're asking for Marathon to be this fucking PvP extraction shooter, as what Bungie is saying, then I'm gonna tell you to
Shit's
fuck
mom.
off, because that's not what Marathon is.
Yeah, that's not what Marathon was.
It's yeah, it's not Marathon. If they're gonna make it a live service game, I expect it to be dead within a month or two. Why can't we just make straight up first person shooters anymore? Why does it have to be this stupid live service bullshit?
Yeah,
Literally.
I agree.
Yeah, it's like Halo Infinite fucking died, essentially, because it was live service. And it's like, Bungie's now saying, huh, you know, our old series turned into a live service and it failed. Let's turn our new game into a live service game.
let's turn our even older. Well, I think because Destiny was popular for a while, and it's like
I
one of
know,
the
but it don't.
only live service games that was popular. But even that's fucking dying. Like I don't
Yeah,
know
I
anyone
know.
who still cares about Destiny.
I know. It's like, seriously, just like, fucking don't do that. It's like, stop, don't follow
Yeah,
this fucking trend.
just
Make
just
something new.
yeah, just I don't know, make a first like if you're gonna remake or reboot your old fucking FPS franchise, do what fucking Doom did.
Yeah,
Like just people will still fucking play boomer shooters. Release a fucking boomer shooter.
I know, man.
It's something that
It,
makes me happy that it like because the development of Doom 2016 just in general was kind of a shit show. At one point, it was essentially going to be a Call of Duty clone.
oh yeah.
To such a point that it was internally nicknamed Call of Doom,
Mm-hmm.
which I love that I love that nickname because it's just funny to me. Um, but like they realized like, oh, okay, this isn't working. This just isn't fun, and they reworked it and turned it into a fucking just improved on shit from Doom 1 and 2.
I know.
Which I love that canonically, according to Doom 2016, the third game is actually Doom 64. Like it's not Doom 3, it's Doom 64.
Oh yeah. And you wanna know
Um,
what sucks? Going back to Marathon, it doesn't even look like Marathon. It doesn't even look like it.
so it's kind of a marathon in name only.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, that's even more disappointing.
I know. It's
I
like,
mean, and I'll say this from the small snippet of the trailer I saw, it looks interesting. I like the visuals. I like. Well, I didn't get a good look at the gameplay. I like the visuals. I like what they're doing, but it's like this doesn't like even from me who's only played a very small bit of Marathon, um, eons ago.
I know.
It doesn't look like Marathon. Don't mind me beating an evil woman with a umbrella to death with a spiked club. You know, average fucking Wednesday things.
Man, it's now I'm sad because it's like it's not like Bungie is the same Bungie as before because fucking Marty left. Fucking the other guys left too. It's like they're doing their own things now, and it's like shit. It's not. It's not Bungie.
You always do.
And it's like I'm really sad because fucking Marty got screwed over by Bungie when they tried fucking suing him
Yeah.
for like no fucking reason. And
I
it's
think
just
we
like,
just witnessed Aku's men just get fucking eaten alive.
yeah,
Okay then. that happened.
don't. God, that phrase is just like a fucking flashbang for me.
What?
That happened.
Sorry.
Cause it's in every single fucking film now. And I'm like,
I can hold it open.
I would fucking the MCU has ruined films and writing for like the longest of time now. Because of shit like that.
Yeah. No. They definitely have they're like I still enjoy MCU movies from time to time, but even I have been looking at a lot of recent MCU movies, and it's like, man,
Oh yeah.
I think the last MCU movie I even watched was Doctor Strange 2, and part of that's because I like Doctor Strange, and part of it's also because it was Sam Raimi, and it's like fucking I like both those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Doctor Strange 2, but I like one of the biggest problems is that movie required you to have seen WandaVision, you know, the series that's only available on Disney Plus, and they haven't released physically, and
Right.
are released on anything else, so you can only watch on fucking Disney Plus.
Uh-huh.
So close.
It's what and
little samurai.
I'll kind of defend it because comics have done that for years, where it's like, oh, you're interested in this big storyline with this character that you're already following. Here you're gonna have to you're gonna have to watch this. You're gonna have to read this other comic that you're not interested in to understand the
How
story.
can this be?
Yeah.
Wi-
God, that's what they did to fucking Halo as
Looks
well.
like Aku did a number on you, babe.
But yeah, continue.
Ooh, the scowl
it
on
just
that
kind of
grill.
drives
Tough
me nuts.
stuff, but no
But
bluff,
it
Daddy-o.
like
It stayed
I
if
enjoyed both
you.
movies. I enjoyed both WandaVision and
Yodelay
the
hee-hoo,
movie
baby. It's
and
Aku's
Doctor Strange
#1
too. But even
assassin,
I
the
gotta
Pied
admit,
Piper
like
of Pain,
that's one of
the
the worst
ambassador
problems
of
with that movie.
annihilation,
It
the
requires
crooner of
it requires
carnage,
you to have seen
Saramer
WandaVision to
the
understand what's going on. Because
Oh yeah.
there are people who went into Doctor Strange too. It's like,
tune
oh,
just for you,
Wanda's evil
Jackie
now.
baby.
Like she's looking
Bitty,
for
bitty,
kids.
bitty,
I don't remember
bitty,
having kids because the
Gonna
last
kill
thing
her?
most people have
I will
seen
waste no more time.
is
Where is Aku?
the last
Patience,
thing
baby,
anybody's seen
patience.
of
This is only
Wanda
the second
outside of
act,
the Disney
and
Plus
we're
series
just getting
was
started.
her fighting Thanos in Endgame.
Yeah.
It would be like if, because I know it was important. It was important story wise, but it wasn't important
Ooh, you
to
got the main
know
and the front
what
stuffed with fruit.
happened
I
in
dig it, babe.
episode 3. But it'd be like if something like it'd be like if if Clone Wars was actually required watching, or the Bad Bunch was required watching to see A New Hope.
Oh yeah.
Like it doesn't matter how good the series is. That's a dumb requirement.
I hope you're
Uh,
ready
it
because
and
our
again,
crew's got a whole new
um,
bag and he's ready to unleash
like
it. You're seeing it,
I'll at least
Jackie. Beat
defend
it, beat
Doctor
it,
Strange
but
2 a little bit, because it's not a problem that Doctor Strange 2 specifically had. It's a problem
I
that
am ready,
they have
Uncle.
had, that comics themselves have had for years.
Yeah.
And it doesn't excuse it, but it's more of a, like, if you're going to be upset that Doctor Strange that Doctor Strange 2 or any recent MCU movie requires you to have seen something that another MCU movie that you probably didn't care about, or a series that you didn't care about, yeah, it's not. I'm not trying to excuse it. But it's been a thing in comics, and it's one of the
Yeah.
more, like, even as a fan of comics and specific characters in comics. Yeah,
Oh
I've
yeah.
got to admit it's a like it's something that drives me nuts with comics, because I don't want to read. Um, I like Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man, and I like Doctor Strange, but I don't want to read fucking 5 issues of Captain America just to understand the story that's going on in Spider-Man. I don't want to
Yeah.
read 5 issues of X-Men to understand what's going on in Doctor Strange. Um, and I remember with the Archie Sonic and Archie Mega Man comics, when they had the big Archie Sonic Mega Man crossover. Um, I didn't need a lot of knowledge of what was going on in Sonic at the time to still be able to follow the plot of to still be able to follow the plot of the crossover. I think the only thing that the only storyline I was paying attention to at that time um was Mega Man's, and they were, I want to say they were in the middle of the Mega Man 2 arc, but oh my gosh, these Aku statues. I just um but I think that was like right before they basically reset. It was either before or slightly after they reset the Archie Sonic timeline to remove any mention of Ken Kento's works.
Oh yeah.
But like the only thing I knew of Archie Sonic at the time was the only thing I remember from Archie Sonic at the time was that uh that a decent chunk of the characters that I didn't recognize from the games were from Sonic Sat AM.
Yeah.
And that's like all that's like the main thing I remember.
Mhm.
Which, speaking of which, I still love that crossover. Both of those crossovers. The second one is definitely a weaker crossover. for me, but it was still I still really liked both of them.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny because the way it worked for the way it worked is in at least Sonic's universe, the events still happened and they still affected the timeline after the events of the crossover, whereas
Right.
the Mega Man universe, it just resets to before the crossover.
Yeah.
So it acts so at least in the Mega Man timeline, in Mega Man's universe, they act as though the crossover didn't happen, but they do acknowledge it in they do still acknowledge that the crossover happened with the second crossover. Like Sonic acknowledges that yes, the first crossover did still happen, but Mega Man just doesn't remember it.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm fairly certain they probably did that because they weren't sure. Um, they weren't exactly sure how fans would react to the to because like I said, it was in the middle of the Mega Man 2 crossover, Mega Man 2 storyline. So
Right.
they probably weren't sure how people would react having to needing to read this crossover that they may or may not even care about.
Yeah.
Um, which is funny because the second crossover just ends with the entire like both universes resetting to where the series was before where both series were before the second crossover, and only one character actually remembers what happened.
Right.
And that they were setting up they like before the Mega Man Archie comics ended, they set up um they set up like essentially they were teasing they were teasing a Mega Man 4 story, but we never got that.
Oh yeah.
Which is interesting because they had one of the characters they had in the Archie Mega Man that they changed from the actual games was the character of Mr. X from I think Mega Man 6. Um but in the original games it was just a disguise for Dr. Wily. In Archie Mega Man it was actually revealed to be the future like an older version of one of the villain characters that had just come back in time to essentially stop Mega Man.
Right.
Um, which I understand to some people would still be dumb, but it's like I like that twist much more than it being revealed as just a stupid disguise that Wily had.
Right. Also, okay, this came out days ago, but we just wanted to bring this up. Apparently Pixar's new film Elemental is looking to earn 28 to 38 million at the domestic box office opening weekend. Uh, Lightyear earned 51 million in its box office opening weekend.
Yikes.
Yes.
Well, and it really saddens me because from what I've seen of Elemental, it it doesn't look like it's going to be a bad movie. It's just like from how they've been marketing that film, it looks like they're marketing it the completely wrong way.
I mean, but here's the thing. It's like it's a plot that's been done many times before.
Oh yeah.
Can this girl really fall in love with the opposite? It's like it's been done so many times.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like it's
It,
not gonna be like Toy Story or fucking Finding Nemo or shit like that. You know, it's fucking it's just a rehashable plot.
yeah. Um I,
And honestly, it seems to be like a ripoff of Pixar's Zootopia. Honestly.
Pixar didn't do Zootopia.
Oh, Disney did. Right.
Yeah, that was just regular Disney. I mean, I understand the confusion because I at least understand the confusion between Disney and Disney Pixar because they are still technically the same company. It's just Pixar is one animation company, Disney is another. But yeah,
Jack.
it definitely does feel
No
like
sense.
it's gonna be a rip, gonna be them more or less.
One moment. Someone else is calling me. Give me a moment.
Go ahead. Why the fuck? No, I didn't mean to shoot you. What? No, stop. Fucking thing over there. I'm trying to aim towards that.
And I'm back. And I bring you John.
Hi, John. Trying to remember what I was saying.
Right, we were talking about.
Yeah, something about Elemental.
Yeah.
And I remember when that game, when the movie was first announced, and like not being, I don't want to say I wasn't excited for it, but just not being that interested because the plot and even the visuals, like I like how it looks, but it's like I don't care.
I know. It's like Pixar had really just fell off, you know?
Well, and that's the thing. Like it feels like every year they fall off, and then they do like one or two really good movies, and then they fall off again. Like ever since the 2010s, that's kind of what Pixar feels like. Because I really like I enjoyed stuff like Monsters University. I know I feel like I'm in the minority there. I liked Monsters University. I thought it was fine. But like Brave, for as good as Brave was, it just feels generic at times.
Right.
What else did they do around that time?
Uh, Wait, Pixar or Disney?
Pixar.
Fuck. Let's say. Like, we're talking about, like.
Oh, Cars 2 was just shit.
Oh, wait. Wait, what
I
year are we talking about?
2010s.
Yeah, they did. They did Toy Story 3, Cars 2. They did Brave, Monsters
Uh,
University,
to,
Inside Out, The Good
Cars,
Dinosaur.
Cars, Cars 2 sucked. Toy Story 3 was good, and they should have ended the series with that one.
Uh huh.
Like just in fucking general. The fact they're making a Toy Story 5 bothers me.
Uh huh.
And it drives me nuts because I remember seeing on Twitter, um, like, oh, people want Pixar to do more original stuff, but it's like the when they do original stuff like Elemental or even Turning Red that came out last year, people hate on that. It's like they like it reminds me of people like being upset at Sega for screwing up Sonic and yet not knowing what they want with Sonic.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they don't. They want to make original. They want Pixar to make original films.
We're
They
ready.
just don't want Pixar films to fucking suck.
Oh yeah, no that's what that that's probably the yeah It's probably the best way to explain it because I uh, and I'll bring up another movie that was polarizing, like fucking the Lightyear last year. Uh, I liked Lightyear, but even I will admit it's like, man, this could have been so much better.
I mean, yeah, but it's like it's not. I really think Pixar went down probably after Up or Brave. Like they went downhill from there.
I want to say I would say around, yeah, around Up. No, not around Up. Around Brave,
Yeah.
because a lot of their movies, a lot of their movies in 2010s were not that great, and they in it in some cases it feels like they have not recovered,
Yeah, it really does. And it's like,
because Toy Story 3, like I said, Toy Story 3 is still a great film, and there's no denying that fact. But one good film does not excuse like 4 or 5 bad movies.
yeah, it's like I want to theorize it's because these movies are being released yearly. I'm wondering if they should go like a bi-yearly
Well,
or
and
hell, even 3 years.
well, and to be fair, it's kind of like Pixar is kind of like a game developer. Like they have an A team, and they have a B team. So
Yeah.
it's not. So it's kind of is bi-yearly, depending on the teams. But even then, like some of these movies need a little more time. And I think to this day, the only movie that Pixar canceled because it just was not working out was Newt.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, if that's the only film you canceled, and these other films have, and like Good Dinosaur or fucking I can't think of another one. Um, like some of these other films that they've done that just have not performed well. Like you're still willing to release that. Like I wonder how bad Newt really was.
Oh yeah.
Because like the rumor for years was that Newt got canceled because of Blue Sky's Rio being a similar plot, and it's like, no, that's not the reason it was canceled. It was just canceled because um the original I think they got rid of the original director, and then Pete Docter ended up uh being being brought in as a second director, and Pete Docter's like, okay, I can do this, but I have a better idea, and that better idea ended up being Inside Out, which to me is another it was another pretty good Pixar film.
Right.
Dear chap.
But I think since
I think it honestly think it doesn't help when Pixar looks similar to Disney now.
well, yeah, but to be fair, a lot of companies, a lot of CGI movies tend to look similar to Pixar now.
I mean, here's the thing. It's like you might as well just. I really wish Disney would go back to make traditionally animated films.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, and
But
it doesn't have to be like pen and paper. You could still try and make it look traditionally animated, on the computer.
well, and the problem is one of the reasons they don't do that is because of the last traditionally animated film that they did was Winnie the Pooh all the way in 2011, and that just did not perform well at all.
But even if that was a failure, you're not. It's not like all the other films they've made later on when it comes to animated films have been a fucking success.
uh for me, like that's one of the biggest problems. Like Disney doesn't care if it's it doesn't care if it's good or not. They care if it makes them money. Like it's why we have so many fucking live action remakes of some of Disney's best fucking movies because it makes them money.
Yeah, and it's like, God, it's like someone showed off like a snippet on some of the music for The Little Mermaid. It does not sound good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And I actually feel sorry for Halle Berry for that movie
I know, I
because
really do.
like it's one of the few live action remakes from Disney that I was actually mostly looking forward to because mostly because of Halle Berry, and it didn't look bad. And then I saw how they did fucking Sebastian and Flounder, and it's like, oh,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
oh. Um, I think Melissa McCarthy is doing Ursula, which is that actually bothers me somehow bothers me more than the realistic Sebastian and Flounder. Because I just
Oh
like Melissa McCarthy to me is like the female equivalent of fucking Adam Sandler.
yeah. Okay.
Like
So apparently, the film's gonna be released on Friday.
yeah,
So be prepared for that.
yeah. I and from what I've heard, um, critics have been liking it, but I mean, I haven't trusted I haven't completely trusted critics for a couple of years now.
Yeah. I
I will still at least listen to what critics have to say about a movie to get kind of the gist, but I haven't listened to critics in a while. At the very least, I don't listen to stuff like Rotten Tomatoes because they're the way they do reviews is just not great.
yeah, I know.
Um, I mean, someone pointed out that I remember a YouTuber I follow um, pointed out with the Mario movie that the Mario movie has a negative rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and yet pretty much all of
Better be
the
watching out,
negative
laddie.
things that critics had been saying that got the movie a rotten score on Rotten Tomatoes, every like audience members even agreed with.
Yeah.
And yet it has a higher audience score than has a higher audience score than critic score, which is like that's just kind of funny to me.
Uh huh. And
Um,
I just realized that they're making a fucking prequel to the 2019 Lion King film, and I'm like,
yeah,
you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I
E-
it's I don't even mind them making a prequel to Lion King. I'm pissed that they're doing it to the live action movie
Yeah, I
because it's
know.
like why?
And it's like, you don't have to do that. It's like everyone's been like dogpiling on that movie ever since it fucking came out, and you're deciding, oh, let's make a prequel.
It
No.
was successful
Yeah, but
because
was it?
at the time it came out, like it doesn't matter if it was critically successful. I can't speak. But yeah, it doesn't matter if it was critically successful. It did well in the box office. It got them I think like $100 million in the box office, and it like that's all they care about.
Man, it's just like, if if it's really sad that it's like they we don't care about critical reception anymore. We only care about fucking profits.
Yeah, no, Disney hasn't cared about anything but profits since like early 2010s.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why they stopped doing traditionally animated movies because when good movies like fucking Princess and the Frog underperform, and yet shitty movies like Chicken Little get them all the money, they're gonna make more movies that are similar to Chicken Little than making movies like making actual fucking passion projects like Princess and the Frog. Well, I say passion project,
Oh,
but
no. Don't tell me that's actually true. Oh no, I just found something that I hope isn't fucking true.
what?
There's gonna be a Max Payne reboot.
Movie reboot?
mean,
Yes.
What's next?
I never seen Max Payne, so I don't even know.
The first movie's bad. It has little to fucking nothing to do with the actual game it's based off of. Like it's basically Max Payne and name only. And it really sucks because I think Mark Wahlberg, if he was given a better script, could have had a much better Max Payne movie.
Yeah.
But no, they had to do whatever the fuck they did with the Max. Like and that's an example of I actually liked that movie when I was younger. But man, is it not a good movie.
Yeah, and
Well,
apparently they're making a fucking reboot, and it's like, it's been announced last year. And it's like I found this out because I'm looking at the fucking Wikipedia list for, Walt Disney Studios films, because it's being produced under 20th Century Fox.
okay. Well, I was gonna say, holy shit, what Disney's doing it? Then I have no faith in that. But it's like, oh, 20th Century Fox. Okay, I have some faith in it. Because I mean, like, even though people liked it, I know the 90s Mortal Kombat movie. That there were people that like, oh, this isn't a good adaptation. They're wrong. First off, people who say the '90s Mortal Kombat movie is a bad adaptation are wrong because it's legitimately the fact that they were able to make a PG-13 Mortal Kombat actually feel like Mortal Kombat is surprising to me. And not just make it feel like Mortal Kombat, like actually good.
Oh yeah.
And I do like the 2020. I think it was either 2020 or 2021 Mortal Kombat movie that we got recently, because it's basically it's what I wish the 90s Mortal Kombat was, like ultra violent and everything, but at the same time it's like, yeah, I somehow like the story of the original. I kind of like both of them, but I like both of them for different reasons.
Oh yeah.
But they're both honestly good good movies, but they're good for other reasons. I can't think of something. But that I am until I see a trailer, I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic towards that. Because there's the slim chance that a reboot might actually be closer to the source material. And
yeah.
that is a video game trilogy that I think you get the right people attached to it and people who actually care about what they're adapting. You could make a good movie trilogy. It's just like the original movie was just not good.
Yeah.
One thing other than Mark Wahlberg being cast as Max Payne, because that I felt like that was actually really good casting. It's just they fucked it up. That movie did still have some nice visuals.
Yeah.
Like it at least looked nice. But looking nice and actually being a good movie are two entirely different fucking things. I mean, glares at Avatar.
Oh yeah.
Well, and I joke. I like Avatar, and Avatar's not a terrible movie, but it's just so fucking generic.
Yeah.
And I still stand by, like, I thought Avatar 2 was still a good movie, but it's like, holy shit, that movie did not need to be 3 fucking hours. Like, in no way, shape, or form did that movie need to be 3 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Because it's basically 3 hours so that you can look at the nice visuals. And it's like, yeah, I came here for a fucking story, not to look at beautiful CGI. If I wanted beautiful CGI, I'd play a fucking video game at home.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to fucking die. Again.
Yeah.
Um, if you have a chance, can you look up and see if the Metal Gear Solid movie that's been in development is still being worked on? Because
Uh,
I think Oscar Isaac is attached to that project.
You're telling me they're still making Metal Gear stuff even though Hideo Kojima isn't in?
well,
They
the Metal,
today they just fucking announced Metal Gear Solid 3 remake.
yeah.
Are they having him back on board?
No.
No.
Damn.
Like
Yeah.
I think even if they asked Kojima to come back to to oversee the project, he wouldn't return because of how shitty Konami how much shit Konami put the man through.
Okay, so I'm looking it up right now. Apparently they're still in development for the film adaptation. Like, I'm looking at on December 2020, it was announced that Oscar Isaac had been officially cast as Solid Snake. Oscar Isaac being in films such as, okay, well, he was the Arts and Drive and Robin Hood. Uh, he was in X-Men Apocalypse. Uh,
Who did he play in
oh,
X-Men Apocalypse?
let's see here. What did he fucking play as? Oh, he played Apocalypse.
Oh,
And
oh.
he was also Poe Dameron in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars.
No, I liked him as Poe.
Yeah.
Say what you will about the sequel trilogy, which we did. We did plenty of in the Lego Star Wars playthrough, but he was fun as Poe. Like he was an entertaining. I I I'm not upset that he's cast as Solid Snake. But it's another example of I want to see a trailer before I pass judgment on that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what I'm fucking doing anymore. uh, in game. Kind of just wandering around. But I know there's that. I think in Moonzy's server, they brought up someone brought up that they're still doing a Minecraft movie, and apparently that's going to be live action. And while I think the idea of a Minecraft movie is stupid just in general, Minecraft's one of the few video game properties that I look at and think, yeah, it sounds weird, but I can see that being turned into a live action movie. I just don't know how a movie would work for Minecraft. My problem isn't that it's a live action movie; it's that it's a movie in general. Like, how the fuck are we gonna do that? Like,
Yeah, I
what the
understand.
story is gonna be?
Yeah.
Unless the story is basically we're gonna go fight the Ender Dragon, like that, like the Ender Dragon's plaguing the world, the world or something, and there's that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which I think that would be interesting is like seeing them journey to fight the Ender Dragon, but it's like I just don't know how they're gonna do a Minecraft movie. I think like the best example that we got of how a Minecraft movie could work is the Telltale Minecraft story mode.
Yeah, that would make sense, but it's funny because that's a game you can't fucking get anymore.
You can't get season 2. You can still
Oh, okay.
technically get like physical copies of season 1 because they did release like complete edition set versions of that. But season 2 you can't legally get anymore, and it really drives me nuts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not like the story was fucking Shakespearean levels of quality, but like it's still it saddens me just in general that it's not it's a game that's not easily available anymore.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like Telltale, they went bankrupt, and about a month later, it was announced that another company just bought their assets, and it's like, if that's the case, then just have them re-release the fucking games. I
Yeah.
don't care how good or bad it is. I want to be able to legally purchase the fucking Bone Telltale games.
Yeah.
I'm sad that the only legal way I can do that is by buying a physical copy off of eBay, and a physical copy of each individual thing is like just for one of them, because they only did two. Um, just for their release of Great Cow Race. Um, I've seen I've seen go for close to $90 on eBay.
Oh damn.
Yeah, the game wasn't $90 at launch,
Oh yeah.
and it really drives me nuts because
Yeah.
I really want I want a physical copy of that anyway, but I don't want to spend $90 on what, from what I've heard, is a very meh point and click adventure based off of a beloved comic series.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh my.
You alright?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been kind of quiet over there, John.
So I'm focusing.
Gotcha. I think to this day I'm still pissed at Netflix for canceling the Bone TV series.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that plenty of times.
I just I can't get, well, and it it had the original creator attached. It from what I remember, it was going to be like traditionally animated. It
Yes, I understand.
so many actually positive things in the talked about it. Anyway, sorry. You're right. We have talked about it a couple times, so I don't need to bring it up again. I'm sorry. There are a lot of times where I forget who I've rambled and ranted at about certain
Oh yeah.
topics. So I do apologize.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so I guess if we want to change topics here, I've been playing the Master Chief Collection uh, on PC, and I've been going through mods and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I recently got done playing through fuck, what was it called? Let me look it up. Oh, Lumoria Rebalanced. Uh, uh, Lumoria, I think, if I remember correctly, I'm not sure if it was like one of the first campaign mods for Combat Evolved. Uh, okay, but fuck. Well, okay, it's the most famous fan-made campaign. Well, it's like, I played it. I played the rebalanced one. Uh, that's on, the Steam Workshop, and it's like, it's long. There's like 4 episodes of it, but god damn, is it like, there's just things about it that I don't like. Uh, Because it's like, for one thing, like, I understand it's like an earlier mod,
Yeah.
but it's like, fuck, when was it released? Oh, it was released around fucking 2010. But it's like, the voice acting sucks. You know, I couldn't, I couldn't really get engaged with the voice acting, except for the main character, May. But there's this side character in ODST named Brandon, and I'm like, I listen to him and I'm like,
I
oh,
don't fucking like you. Go away.
yeah, I immediately like, I thought he was fine in the first level, like, but when I got to the second episode, he said some fucking line, and I'm like, yeah, okay, man, I'm not gonna take you fucking seriously. And it's like,
Yeah, and I to some degree I can mostly defend stuff like that. Like fan made mods that have custom dialogue, I can look at and think, okay, yeah, the voice acting's not great, but the fact that they have that they went out of their way to add voice acting is kind of it is kind of nice, but it's like, man, I'd still want better voice acting than what we got.
oh yeah, I mean, it's a great mod. Like, I appreciate for what it is, you know, being a big mod like that.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's like, you know, I'm not sure if it's because I'm playing like this one, because, you know, it's made by a different person who just put, you know, a rebalance patch to it. But it's like, god damn, it's just like it got frustrating at certain points, because it's like there I think there's like there's lack of checkpoints, or like there are things that honestly should be removed.
Ugh.
Like,
Sorry, go. Yep.
not fun they're not fun to fight. They're annoying as hell.
You cut out there for a second.
Right.
That's their gimmick. They're annoying as hell. The drones are annoying. It should
Yeah,
be fine.
I know.
Yeah,
They're
but
annoying.
if that's the gimmick, they don't need to be there.
Yeah, they
Except
really
Jack.
do not need to be there. It's like and like, I think it's impressive, since, oh, they've added the drones to fucking Halo Combat Evolved. And like, that's impressive. They also added engineers in. Uh, but there's just like they're, they're fucking annoying, and it's like, in combination of like, if there's like two hunters in the room with you, and fucking a turret shooting at you with 6 jackals on your ass, it's not fun. I still enjoyed the campaign for what it is, but I got really fucking frustrated, and like, by the end, I was like, yeah, okay, fuck you, Brandon. You know,
Fuck
I
off.
don't.
No one cares.
It's like, I actually cheered. Like, okay, spoilers here, but I cheered when Brandon got fucking stabbed in the back with an energy sword. It's like, that's how much I fucking hated the dude.
That's sad.
I know.
I
But
mean,
it's like,
the character's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable. Like, I get that.
uh-huh. But, you know, I still enjoy it for what it is, and there were a few surprises. Like, they put the silenced
About time you
SMG in
showed
there
up, I
from
decimated
Halo
the
3
city
ODST.
hours ago.
Uh,
I was worried those minions got you
you
before
know,
we could
they
tango
added the
and
Rocket
go,
Warthog that, you know,
baby.
Too bad for
originally
you.
multiplayer,
I do not
but
dance.
Don't be
they
too
put in
sure,
the campaign,
babe.
which I also found cool.
Jeez.
I think it'd be
Shit.
more
Sorry, go ahead.
co-op, but yeah, the
I,
mod is
sorry.
yeah, the mod is more enjoyable, I think, if you play it in co-op.
Beat those
That's good to
feet,
know.
babe. You're a natural.
I want to bring attention to Samurai Jack real quick. Jack has full fucking samurai armor right now, except for the helmet. I think he lost the helmet earlier, but fuck, his hair is clipping through the back of his armor.
I mean, that's not surprising.
It just looks funny. I'm sorry. I just want to bring attention to that.
It's alright.
I need to get Master Chief Collection. It's a game that I would not mind buying twice. One to have it on Xbox and do that like have it on PC so I have it with mods.
Oh yeah.
Because there are like you've mentioned different mods for that game that I do want to try. I mean I want to try fucking Cursed Halo.
I mean, yeah, I've been playing Cursed Halo with John. It's been a fun, if not at times frustrating experience.
Yeah. But that's definitely something that I'd like to do as like something similar to how we did Left 4 Dead. Like there are at least like fucking Halo Reach, like try and get as many of the guys together and go through the campaign of Halo Reach if I
Oh
ever
yeah.
get a copy of Master Chief Collection. I also want to bring up I'm kind of sad because a lot of games now, like I am still more of a fan of Sony and Nintendo, but there's a lot of games that are coming out that seemingly are only coming to Sony and Nintendo platforms and not
Yeah.
Xbox. That like it was actually a kind of a surprise when Microids, the company that has like a lot of fucking licenses,
Yeah.
they're doing an Inspector Gadget game, and people were upset that were kind of surprised it wasn't coming to Xbox. They actually announced fairly recently. It's like, all right, we heard what you were saying. We're bringing it to Xbox. It's going to be digital only, but we're still bringing the game. We're bringing the Inspector Gadget game to Xbox. Like,
Okay.
that's kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
Note to self: stop shooting the guy with the shield. He has a shield. Also, I think back in like the first session, I mentioned like a singing robot that very clearly the character himself is a joke, but he's a legitimate threat. We're fighting him right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I forgot he just has a flute that lets him throw rocks at Jack.
Oh, nice.
I thought it was. I thought he could control things with like his voice. It's like no, it was a flute. But he also has like a tuning fork dagger thing that just causes explosions.
Oh, okay.
Um, and that I did remember from season 5 because it after Jack defeated him in the series, he decapitated Scaramouche, which I think is the robot's name. He decapitated him and just stole that fucking dagger.
Yeah.
And it's one of the only reasons, like, it's one of the few details I remember because it's like, holy shit, like, that's actually a cool dagger.
Yeah.
There we go. Eat shit, Scaramouche. It's funny to me that he was decapitated in the series, but he didn't die.
You were hoping for one of Aku's pendants? Nada, babe, nada. Yeah, Aku got rid of those, so I guess there's no reaching that gal pal on the other side now. You're stuck in here, Daddy-O. So much for your codependent relationship. It's finito, baby. Further down the rabbit hole you go. Beady that solo.
This cannot be.
Foolish samurai.
No. Haku. No.
It's not the first time a coup fucked you over, buddy.
Yep.
And it sure as hell won't be the last. We still got a decent chunk of game to get through. To my knowledge, I don't know. Like I don't remember how long this game is supposed to be. But we decapitated a scouting robot, and that makes me happy at the very least.
Oh.
Scatting as in jazz, not scatting as in.
Yes.
Ashi,
I know.
Aku, you foul demon. I have been here before.
Oh,
This is where I faced Ashi and her sisters.
Oh, that's cool. We're getting the like we apparently just skipped all the way to season 5. It's like, all right, we gotta get this story going. We gotta get this story on the road. But we skipped from Scaramouche straight to the fucking Daughters of the Coup fight, which I am not upset. I'm happy that that it's plot point in the game,
Yeah.
because I mean the Daughters of a Coup, like, it was that whole thing was like 2 or 3 episodes in season 5, and it was a legitimately cool. It was legitimately cool to see Jack on the run, and especially these are people who this is a group that actually almost beat Jack.
Oh, okay.
So it was a really cool, especially when they were first introduced and they first started hunting Jack. That episode alone, which ends with Jack actually killing one of them, and it's the first time he's killed a human. It's just like that. Those 3 episodes. I think it was 3. It might have just been 2. But
Yeah.
those episodes, like the entire hunt in and of itself, was a good, like, small minor part in the overarching story of season 5. Just
You be
just
careful,
seeing
little boy.
these characters that actually gave Jack a run for his money.
Yeah.
I think the only other time that Jack faced a threat like that, the only reason that it gave, because we fought, we were facing hunters last session, and the only reason that those hunters gave him a run for his money is more because he was just outnumbered.
Right.
They were good. They were really good hunters, but it's kind of he probably could have taken them on one by one. Having to take them all on, like, I think there were 4 or 5 of them. Having to take them on at once is a much greater challenge.
Yeah.
But the Daughters of a Coup is like, any one of them could give him a challenge. He did still beat them, but but it was a really cool fight. It is what I'm getting at.
Right. Okay, that's just okay.
I think at one point we mentioned, like, revivals of old Cartoon Network shows.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we talked about, like, a hypothetical if they were to bring back Ed, Edd and Eddy for, like, a Adult Swim spinoff. But I remember, speaking of that, Craig McCracken has come back to Cartoon Network, and he's going to be working on Foster's revival, and it's like, man, I mean, I'm happy that Craig McCracken, the original creator of Foster's, is working on it, but at the same time, like, man, the biggest reason why he's working on that and another Powerpuff Girls revival, because I know we did get a Powerpuff Girls revival in 2016 that sucked. But Craig McCracken was not attached.
Oh, okay.
He is attached, so they are gonna bring back. They're gonna try Powerpuff Girls again, and they are bringing back Craig McCracken. So I'm a little more hopeful for that. I still don't think it's gonna be good, but I'm more hopeful than the 2016 reboot, because the 2016 reboot was somehow worse than Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
And Teen Titans Go already was like a low bar.
Better be watching out, laddie.
I can't think of something. But like, I think a fan even asked Craig McCracken's like, "Hey, why are you coming back to do these instead of working on original projects like Kid Cosmic?" Which, if you want a good modern kids cartoon, watch Kid Cosmic, because that was it was 3 seasons on Netflix, and it was kind of all 3 seasons came out within like a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
But it was basically like a mini series event on Netflix, but it's really good. But he one of the biggest things is like stuff like Kid Cosmic, like original ideas just aren't selling in the industry anymore.
Yeah.
So it's why a lot of companies like Cartoon Network, like Nickelodeon and Disney are reviving a lot of these old properties, because, well, I mean, when they try and do original stuff, they're like it's not selling the way they want it to.
Yeah.
Which is a very sad truth about the industry nowadays. Especially like I said, it was good. Like Kid Cosmic is good. It actually got me to fucking tear up towards the end too. And I'll say this at the very least, like, watch Kid Cosmic at least. The first season, watch it for
Your
Papa G.
destruction is at hand,
Oh, okay.
samurai.
Because Papa G is one of the most entertaining fucking characters in the
of who you are.
in that series.
You cannot hide
I
from
will
yourself.
warn you, Kid, the main character,
You are the one who won't be able to
is
hide.
one of those,
We
like,
will
yeah,
spill your
he's kind of
blood
an
in the
annoying
name of the
character.
coup.
He definitely gets better as
Kill
the
the
series goes on.
samurai.
But
Oh,
in
okay.
season 1, he
You
I
guys
guess
ever play The Division?
I'm sorry, what?
You guys ever play Tom Clancy's The Division?
yes. Both Division games.
I've played them both as well. Have you heard about the new game that's going to be coming out?
No, I haven't.
I completely forgot there was a new Division game coming out. I think I did hear about it, but I completely forgot about it.
It was Parkfield or whatever the hell it's called. But like, it's where it takes the survival aspect from the one Tom Clancy mini game, whatever it is, that was DLC, and actually puts that into the game.
Huh.
So it's a
Interesting.
full-on game now.
Cool.
Oh yeah, she also
The Division is one of those few. I liked a lot of what the Division did, but it's one of those. It is definitely live service, and that kind of hurt it. I think the Division, being a multiplayer, being a game that required online and actually using online and multiplayer to its advantage, was one of the few best things of it. But there were other things about that game that did kind of weigh it down.
Yeah.
Um,
examples.
Well, like I said, like the live service stuff with it. Um,
I mean, yeah, I could still play it though. It's still the servers are still up for the first one.
yeah, but I mean, it's not that it's not that it's required to be online. It's that you have weapons and gear that upgrades over time, and it's like, here, we're gonna replace you know, that gear that you got used to using. Here's a better version of that gear that that's just that will replace it. Um, and I know, and it's like a minor thing, but I know a lot of people have been annoyed with that. People were annoyed when oh, it was a recent game. Gotham Knights did that. Uh, and I know a lot of people were pissed when the um Suicide Squad game showed hints of that, and it's one of the reasons I think they would have to drastically change gameplay if that was a part of the gameplay of the new Suicide Squad game. Um,
Yeah.
but and it's worse because that's done by Rocksteady, the people who did the Arkham games, and it's like I I am convinced that Warner Brothers probably forced them to put that in. Like I do not want to believe that I don't want to believe that Rocksteady themselves thought it was a good idea to add that in. Because like there's no fucking way. Um but but yeah, I really enjoyed the Division, but there are live service things that bother me, and like I said, I like the idea of it being multiplayer, like being multiplayer focused, where you can connect with other people online and actually and what other people do could end up helping or harming you. Like that's actually cool gimmick.
Yeah.
Um, no, I don't want to change. I don't want to change difficulty level, and I really hope I didn't. I'll pause and check, make sure I didn't. It's 8 o'clock and the sun's still up, and that feels weird.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I can't change difficulty. Oh, okay, fuck. No, I'm still doing Ow. Oh, you know what helped? Not having fucking gunners sniping me from a distance with fucking cannons.
Yeah.
Ah! I say, jumping into a cannon fire. Fucking hate when that happens. I mean, it's funny. It's definitely funny for the people watching, but it pisses the hell out of me. Stop. There we go. Fuck you.
I hope this fucking rifle's hit scanned. If it's not, I'm disappointed.
Out of curiosity, John, do you have Left 4 Dead 2 on PC?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Me and
nice.
Kyle played at times. Or
Don't.
Well,
well, have.
I'm asking. I'm asking because we did play Left 4 Dead 2 on stream. I'm wondering if you'd be willing to do like next time we do Left 4 Dead 2, if you'd be willing to maybe hop in.
Oh fuck yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but we did because we were so fed up with Star Wars, we just said fuck it and did we did we did a Left 4 Dead 2 stream, but it was Sonic and Tails go to Splash Mountain. That was fun. Yeah, hopefully if I can get games like Left 4 Dead 2 or similar in manner games, might be able to get people together and do like a 4-player night and do
Yeah.
like not a full on multiplayer night, but a night where we're doing like a campaign in Left 4 Dead 2. Hopefully we don't run into the same issues we did last time. And last time it wasn't terrible, but the connection issues were kind of annoying.
Yeah, my connection issues might be bad because I'm using a VPN. First off,
That should having a VPN shouldn't be a problem. It's your regular connection, internet connection. But I understand. I mean, to be fair, my internet connection isn't perfect.
plus it's great to have a VPN nowadays, considering how fucking stupid it is with online games and hackers.
Well, I mean, it's a good idea to have a VPN for many reasons.
True.
I just wish I had the money for one.
Well, I know a good one if you want to know.
Maybe after stream.
All right.
Because we got about 30 more minutes, but yeah, let me know after stream. I'll probably still be in the Discord watching like stupid YouTube videos like we usually do.
Yeah.
But I know of a few good VPNs, but it's like, man, most of them I know because YouTubers I follow will have them as their sponsor, like
Do
Surfshark.
not go for ones that have a sponsor. Those ones are bad. Those ones keep
Yeah,
your data.
yeah. Um, I think I technically got a VPN for free with my laptop. Only used it like once and then forgot that I had it. But I need to check it.
I'm using one right now. If you want to hear a story real quick, the German police raided this VPN and they found nothing.
Interesting.
That's how secure it is.
Well, okay, I think that sounds bad without the context of why they raided in the
Yeah,
first place.
I mean, it does sound bad without the context, but it's also like it's good to know that they're secure though.
No, no, well, hold on. Let me see if I can fucking pull up the video here. Uh, it was on a video I watched of Mudahar, I think it is. What's his name?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We're ready.
Some ordinary gamers.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh shit, I haven't seen him in ages. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, he does something. He just does stuff on the news and stuff like that of what's been going on,
I know.
as well as yeah. Uh, and I'm just gonna post this in the general chat.
Remind me after stream. I might make a channel in the Discord for like news and such. So stuff like this where it's even if it's a couple months old, like stuff like this, so people can stay caught up in case there's a detail that we need to that I might bring up on stream.
Yeah.
Um,
Gotcha.
like it's a minor thing, but I think it might actually be helpful so people can be informed on current matters. I mean, the only thing I'll say with the Discord is like nothing unless it's very serious, nothing political.
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with political. Just mostly about like.
No, no, and that's what I assumed. I just as long as it's not political, I share news like video game news or stuff that might be interesting for either something that like video game news that you think would be interesting to talk about on stream or stuff that you feel like sharing with the class, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll do that after stream. But that was a channel like that in the server would actually be a really good place to share stuff like video game news as well. So stuff like today with the PlayStation Showcase. That like we would have that
Right,
channel
yeah.
up for. Sorry, uh, I'm half distracted with the game, half distracted with talking,
Yeah,
and
that's
and both of them are kind of contradicting each other.
yeah.
It's not helping. Out of curiosity, because I don't think I've played any of them very much, but like the original PlayStation 2 God of Wars, did they have a quick select for Kratos' weapons?
Uh, maybe I haven't played them.
Okay. I was hoping someone in the call had played them.
Fuck, I love this goddamn sniper.
What are you playing right now?
I am playing Halo free, but it's cursed Halo free.
Are there just cursed mods for like all the Halo games?
Not all of them, some of them, but this is a different cursed Halo. This one's by shit. Let me have to go back to the subscribe times here. Gashnor.
Neat.
Yeah, and the sniper rifle is replaced with something called the quad sniper, which is just a sniper rifle but with 4 barrels on it, and it fucking rules.
Nice. Speaking of mods, I know first off, I remember hearing there is a mod being made for the PC version of Simpsons Hit and Run that remasters it and kind of brings it into modern day. And one of the things with that mod, which I am actually impressed about, is the person working on that is going out of their way to even reanimate the cutscenes to look like a modern Simpsons episode. It's like, holy crap, that is dedication.
Yeah.
Wait, actually make it look like an episode on The Simpsons?
Yes.
Yeah. Like I'll share like one of the YouTube videos
Because
later.
I know there was a YouTube video where we were just like, oh, this is just a test thing, I will not be, like, giving this mod away or anything like that, where it was one of those kind of things where it was part of it remastered, I think?
Yeah, no, someone's trying to do a full remastered mod for Simpsons Hit and Run that actually animates the cutscenes like an actual episode. And it's like it's one of the most impressive things I've seen for a mod based on a game like that.
When the fans do something more better than the actual producers.
Well, yeah, but this is like, you know, now compared to like what, 2006?
Yeah, and I think the reason as to why the cutscenes in Hit and Run look that way is because Matt Groening himself said, yeah, or one of the showrunners said, hey, it's a it's a video game. We want it to look like a video game, not like an actual episode. And it's like, yeah, but it looked. I mean, to be fair, Simpsons Hit and Run, even even now, like without the remastered mod, does still look good. It's just the remastered mod is going out of its way to reanimate the cutscenes to look like actual episodes, which is honestly nice to see. On top of that, I think there's also a mod for Simpsons Hit and Run that turns it into a Futurama game. So it's basically instead of Simpsons Hit and Run, it's like Futurama Hit and Run, and actually replaces the characters with Futurama characters and such. And it's kind of for me, it's an interesting concept. I haven't seen anything from that mod in a while, and I'm gonna have to look it up again. But it's both mods are really interesting concepts. I'm more interested in the remastered mod because I would be willing to do I want to do Simpsons Hit and Run on stream. Probably not for licensed game Hell. At least not this year for licensed game Hell. Because if the remastered mod comes out like within a year or two, I'll probably do the remastered mod so that we have mostly for the cutscenes.
Right.
But it's a really cool concept for a mod. It makes me think of, man, it'd be cool to have a mod for like any of the SpongeBob games that would do something similar where it actually gets the cutscenes and make it look like the show. Hell, I'd love that for the SpongeBob movie game because the cutscenes are just a slideshow. And it's just disappointing to me because they could have this was the era where a lot of movie based games would use FMVs of the movie for cutscenes, and it's one of the only movie games that I know that doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking for like them to just remaster the movie and put that in. Like you could do something simple like just put scenes from the movie in, and I'd probably be fine. But like just it's one of the few things that bothers me with the SpongeBob movie, the SpongeBob movie game, because it's a genuinely good SpongeBob game. I mean the SpongeBob Heavy Iron trilogy, which is Battle for Bikini Bottom, the movie game, and Truth or Square.
Check it, Jack.
Like those are some really good games. In fact, I would love, for as dumb as it sounds, I would love them to remaster the movie game, like they remastered Battle for Bikini Bottom. Wait.
Oh. Okay. So what it fucking says. Okay. It's the worst fucking shield I've ever seen.
Oh, no. Okay. That's why I can't get that. Oh, come on. It's like the upgrades I'm trying to upgrade Jack because I remembered it's like, oh shit, I have a lot of these skill points, I can upgrade Jack, and it's like, fuck, all the upgrades I want to get I can't get. Because
Oh
I
yeah.
I have I have a surplus of skill points, but I don't have that many fucking skill points.
Yeah.
Because one of them, I'll go back to it. One of them increases like the rage attack for Jack. I don't have enough. I don't have enough uh of a certain skill point thing because there's different ways they do skill points in this. Because there's regular skill points, there's Bushido spirits, and then there's gems.
Yeah.
And the skill I want needs more Bushido spirits than I have.
Mhm.
That's disappointing. Still,
Fucking talking shit in quad range. Jesus.
ow, ow, my face.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
You know what I might do? What I might do as a movie night this Saturday.
Yeah.
I might, because we're doing Samurai Jack right now, either do the quote unquote premiere movie, which was the first 3 or 4 episodes edited into a movie, or like the first, maybe like the first couple episodes of the of season 5 of Samurai Jack as a movie night.
Right.
Well, I just think it would fit considering we're actually playing through Samurai Jack now.
I mean, that's up to you, but probably won't be for me.
Okay. But I'll let the chat know if that's what I end up doing.
Yeah.
I mean, Samurai Jack it definitely still holds up. Like even the original seasons. Fuck.
Right.
Oh wait, that's right. I have a respawn. Never mind. It's still annoyed that I technically died there, but less annoyed remembering I had that.
Mhm.
Probably fucking. But that being said, after I do Samurai Jack, because I'm pretty sure by the time I finish, it will be properly June.
Yeah.
What license game do you guys want to see me do next?
Well, you know the one I want, so.
I know a lot of the ones you want. I don't know which one specifically you want to see next.
I got. We'll see. I'll think about it.
Okay. Because I do remember saying that I did want to show off. Even I'm probably just gonna have a session, but I might do a session. I want to do the War of the Worlds game, but I might do one session as humans and one session
We're
as
ready.
Martians.
Oh, okay.
Um, because I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, I don't know which one I'm gonna do like a full playthrough of. It is more what I'm getting at.
Mhm.
And even then, I don't know when exactly I'm gonna do War of the Worlds. I just know I plan on doing War of the Worlds sometime next month.
Right.
What other games did we have in mind? 'Cause I know,
I know from the list I put in Tonka, Diggs, and Riggs.
yeah, I doubt I'm gonna do that entire list.
Yeah.
But there are definitely games I plan on doing. I don't know if I'm gonna do the Telltale Jurassic Park. I want to do it. I just don't know if I'm gonna do it.
Right, yeah.
at least not this year. But if I don't do Jurassic Park, I might do Telltale's Back to the Future, because I know
Right.
I know I have that, and I can do that. So it wouldn't be it wouldn't be that hard to download download the episodes of that and stream that for June. And I liked the Telltale Back to the Future series. Like that was actually enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I am sad that they did bring him back as a cameo, but they didn't have Michael J. Fox until like the end of the end of that series. And
Yeah.
to be fair, like Michael J. Fox just has not been acting since the early 2000s. I know he's done a few acting things here or there since then, but he hasn't been acting seriously since the early 2000s, and that's because of his Parkinson's.
Right.
Which saddens me. I'm so surprised. Speaking of Michael J. Fox, because I keep forgetting this, he voiced Milo in the original Atlantis movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I have to clarify that because he did not return for the shitty direct-to-DVD sequel that was actually meant to be a pilot for an Atlantis TV series.
Yeah.
I mean, I know as a kid I definitely would have watched an Atlantis TV series, but that the direct-to-DVD sequel was just not good.
Yeah.
It had interesting concepts though, because it had the crew going. The concept was the crew from the original movie were going to different places and finding like different uh, historical artifacts and such.
Right.
Like I'd imagine there would be an episode where they go to fucking El Dorado or try and find El Dorado or something. Which
Yeah.
that would have been I definitely would have loved to see that just as a concept.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, out of canceled Disney projects, I'm more upset about there was originally a sequel to Treasure Planet planned where Willem Dafoe was going to play the villain.
Oh, okay.
And the story goes that Willem Dafoe actually was he was on his way to the studio to record his lines when he got the news that the series was canceled.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Please, help my sisters. Save them like you saved me.
And we do have concept
will
art for
not
that, but
fail
it's
you,
also
Ashi.
like I don't think they've like Disney has acknowledged either Treasure Planet or
Please,
Atlantis since they
You do
came out.
not have to do this.
Yeah.
And it really like honestly really fucking saddens me. Especially because Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS originally was going to have a Treasure Planet world.
Right.
And they even there were no textures found, but they had a full model for the ship in Treasure Planet, actually made for that game before it was canceled, and I'm just so disappointed that they did reference Treasure Planet in Kingdom Hearts 3 with the treasure spears that you find flying from world to world.
Yeah.
But that's the only reference they've gotten.
Right.
and it's just kind of saddening to me. I know like Kingdom Hearts 2 originally had like Buzz and like they were planning on doing a Buzz and Woody summon, but they chose against it because of around the time Kingdom Hearts 2 was coming out, um yeah, save the sisters, or kill them.
Yeah.
Okay, weren't you listening, Jack? I mean, I know like time travel paradoxes and whatever, but weren't you listening? Anyway, I mean that's more or less how that the actual episode of the show ended. So
Right.
it's not really. Although one difference is Jack got stabbed and then slit that woman's throat. So
Okay.
yeah, still. Anyway, what was it? Oh yeah. Buzz and Woody were summons in Kingdom Hearts 2. Then they were cut because Disney and Pixar were having this was before Disney bought Pixar, but they were Pixar's contract was up and Disney didn't, and they weren't sure if they were going to work with Disney again. They were having this whole feud. Um, and Square Enix thought, hey, it might be important to have
Right. Yeah.
it might be important to have it in there. That being said, Kingdom Hearts 3 does have both a
Please,
Monsters Inc.
you do
world
not have
and
to
a
make the
Toy Story
same
world,
choice as your
Yes.
sister.
and they are legit. I remember playing Kingdom Hearts. I remember
Let's
playing
make
Kingdom Hearts 3 on the
your
Xbox,
choice.
and
Leave here now and live. You can make your own
they
destiny.
were
One
legitimately
without Aku.
some of the most fun worlds.
Right.
They're at least better than the fucking Frozen world where nothing of plot convenience actually fucking happens.
Right.
Like I am so pissed at at the Frozen world because nothing like you could take that the Frozen world out of Kingdom Hearts 3 and nothing would be lost.
Yeah.
It's just not good. Uh, and that's a world that I am definitely convinced was there because Disney is like, oh, this is our most popular Disney movie so far, so let's add it in, despite the fact that like Sora, Donald, and Goofy really just feel like they were shoehorned in there
Yeah.
without anything to do with that plot. And I know people said that with a couple of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like the Pirates of the Caribbean world, I know for some people felt that way. It didn't feel that way to me as much, but at the same time, I was more just kind of focused on the actual story of
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean at that time. So it's like, yeah, I just want to I want to relive Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Wait, do I? Consume haggis. Jack just stops in the middle of a fight to eat some haggis. It's like, all right, guys,
Yeah.
hey, hold on, I need to consume haggis. That's something that I think no matter what game it is will always take me out of the game. Seeing a character, seeing like pausing a game, um, and healing only to get back to the game. It's like, hang on, must consume haggis.
Yeah. Well, shit. That tooltip wasn't lying. It did spawn flood. Okay.
You know what I would like to do for a multiplayer night if we ever had, if I can ever figure out how to get it set up?
What?
Mario Party.
That would be interesting.
Because I know there are ways to.
Have to fight for Aku. Your lives do not have to end this way.
Yeah.
I know there are ways to get it working, even using an emulator. There are ways to get it working on online. I mean the easiest option, yet the most expensive, would say everyone should get a Nintendo Switch and get the Switch Online so that we can do that. But I don't want to put people through that. I might as well just say fucking get an N64 emulator, either get an N64 emulator or get like Parsec, and I'll figure out how to get it set up.
Yeah.
Because I think Parsec would let you play the game online. Like one person actually has the game up, but everyone else has their controllers connected or something.
Right.
But that might be like the best way um to do it if I can figure out how to set it up.
Yeah.
So sure.
I think the other thing is like if we end up doing Mario Party, which game? Because I would have to I that's something I would definitely have to we would definitely have to coordinate, like which game, which Mario Party are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Because I think it'll be like we'll do one Mario Party, and we'll do one Mario Party on one board for a multiplayer night. I thought I still had a bow. Fuck you. Fucking arrow to the fucking face. It's also interesting, outside of that one daughter of Aku that we killed because of plot, by the looks of things, we're not actually killing them, which is, I don't want to say disappointing, just interesting.
Yeah.
Because we just kind of knock them out, and the essence of Aku leaves them.
Right.
Which is a way to do this.
Mhm.
I mean, if anything, I'm more just happy that they actually still have this fight in the game.
Yeah.
Because it's...
have to fight for Aku. Your lives do not have
It was
to end
honestly
this way.
really... It was honestly a really cool fight in the series.
Mhm.
Let's see, Haggis. I think the only thing that the only fight that really kind of disappointed me in season 5 was the final fight with Aku, because like halfway through that fight, they just realized, oh shit, Aki being one of the daughters of Aku has Aku's powers and can just send us back in time. So
Yeah.
they just use that to go back in time, like in the middle of the fucking fight. And I think I'm not upset with how it ended. I just wish something I would have liked is, because they bring up the idea that Aku destroyed all the time portals. So Jack was stuck in the future. I think it would have been more interesting if Jack just defeated Aku in the future and decided to say, fuck it, I'm living here.
Right.
Because he's gotten so used to being in the future.
Yeah.
At the very least, like defeat Aku in the future.
Please,
Mm-hmm.
you are not this person. I know the real you. Even if you do not. Ashi,
How do you know my name?
the same way that I know you have a good heart.
Also, if I remember
A
correctly, I
pure
think Ashi is voiced by Tara Strong,
I will kill you!
Do you remember the ladybug?
which I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
Boring!
Oh no, he's killed Ashi. I'm sure that won't be changed by the end or something. I mean, like, to be fair, I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
No.
I didn't see that coming, and that's
Ashi!
kind of a yeah. This would be an interesting twist if I didn't already know that she like that. If I didn't already know that one of the endings of this game involves Ashi living, so like that,
Yeah.
it's not. All right, I actually think that's a good place to end it because we are
Yeah.
getting close to
Yeah.
9. Yeah, it's just fucking that scene would have so much more weight if I didn't already know that that she's not
Right.
actually dead. Because I think when the game came out, I spoiled the ending for myself because I didn't have access to the game and I didn't want to download it illegally just so I can play through it. I thought, fuck
Right.
it might as well be easier to look up the ending. Which I do like that they gave the game an alternate ending from the original series because I think we mentioned it before with like giving characters a happy ending. It like with all the shit that Jack went through, especially with all the shit he went through just in season 5 alone.
Yeah, just give the man a happy ending.
Yeah, he like I
He
know
fucking
it.
deserved it.
I know like with time travel lore and stuff, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and I'm sure when we get to it, they will explain it. But it's like fucking he deserved he deserved to be with Ashi, even if they kind of rushed the relationship in some places. He deserved to be with Ashi.
Yeah.
Just give him this fucking happy ending, and it like that the actual ending, the good ending of this game really makes me happy because like man, like fucking he gets the happy ending he fucking deserved.
Right.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for Jack for the night. So, you guys have anything to say before
Nope.
the cut stream? John, you have anything to say? Oh, he's got his. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had his headphones off too. But yeah. So we will. Like always, we'll see you tomorrow with more Jack.
Alrighty.